All right. No epic intro tonight because I was so last minute with getting all of this set up. What's going on, Germ? Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Thanks for the tier 1 sub over on Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gauntlet. Hold on, let me.
The Gauntlet.
Which is going to be a different midweek Monster Mash than you guys are used to. And this is going to be a test to see if this works out. And I'm really bummed because, as you can see, I kind of changed things around on the stream here to make it make sense with one person. And when I did that, I copied my original one and I made a duplicate setup. But apparently when you change the duplicate, it changes the single also. So I am now going to have to rebuild my entire stream for 2-person setup all over again, which is really frustrating. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? We're going to have some fun tonight. The way that this is going to be a little bit different, obviously it is just me tonight. I forgot to, and that is what we call a shallow copy. All I know is, why would OBS even make that a thing? It's stupid. Why would I want to copy and paste and then just change everything for both? That's dumb. So the way that things are going to work a little bit different tonight is I am going to be controlling a team of 6 creatures like I normally do. But rather than battle another person who's also controlling 6 creatures, I will instead be facing 1 creature at a time, starting with this level 1 salamander fire snake. And so obviously I will theoretically hopefully win that battle against this fire snake. But once I defeat a creature, I am going to roll a d6, and whatever number that is, I'm going to add that to the CR and select a new creature of the new CR and continue until we face a creature that defeats the remainder of my team. At the end of the night, I will have points equal to the CR, the sum of all the CRs, and we will get gold equal to 10 times that number. So the further I get, the more gold you guys are going to get in the Discord. So hopefully I get pretty far tonight. I will go until either my team is defeated or until the time in the top right corner of your screen runs out. Whichever one comes first, I actually don't know what will happen. So it's going to be pretty fun, and I think in probably 10 minutes, we're going to be doing the Foundry VTT giveaway to give people time to pop in if they would like to. You will see I have the wheel here. That is everybody that joined in on the giveaway, so we're going to spin that, and whoever's name pops up is going to win the Foundry VTT giveaway. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And one final note, let me switch over to the dice cam, which is
sponsored by Baron of Dice.
As you can see at the top of the screen here, which actually did not pop up. Hold on. Let me fix that real quick. Why didn't that pop up? Ooh, dice cam's broken. Whoa. Let me go back here. Oh no. Bad show.
Dice Cam, sponsored by Baron of Dice.
Huh. All right, so it doesn't work on the other one. So we're going to do this here, and then we will switch back to the other one. That's when we need to. So as you can see at the top of the screen here, we have a promo code. Oh, we got a hype train. The One Ricky, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for the sub. I don't know what this hype train does. I go over this every time. I don't know how this works, but I appreciate you kicking off the hype train. As you can see at the top of the screen, I have a promo code for Baron of Dice for 15% off your purchase. So if you are looking for some new dice, make sure to check out Baron of Dice and use code MASH for Midweek Monster Mash to get 15% off. And you can get yourself some cool dice like this rubber ducky dice. Hold on, let me get you a good view of the rubber ducky here. Little rubber ducky in the dice, which is super awesome. Kate, what's going on, sis? And you can see these sweet beer dice, which are awesome. You got the foam on the one side, and on the other side, you got the little beer logo. So if you're interested in dice like that, Baron of Dice has some sweet dice to choose from, and you can get 15% off by using code MASH for Midweek Monster Mash. So
make sure to check out Baron of Dice.
All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I got a hype train running on Twitch, which is cool. Don't really know what that does, but I appreciate you. Let's get this started. You guys are going to see a bunch of dice getting rolled. This is all the initiatives for my... Oh. Why didn't the dice roll? Oh, I didn't click the button dice. There we go. The dice button. All right. you're gonna see a bunch of dice getting rolled. This is all the initiatives, and I did mention this over in Discord. We are always going to start with the monster. That way they get a hit rather than me knocking them out before they get a chance. So we're gonna fast forward to the salamander. So let's kick this off and see what happens tonight. You can still interact with the battle. Every like on the video does give me an advantage roll. Right now I have 1 over on YouTube, so that does give me 1 advantage roll to use. So we'll go ahead and pop that on there. But for now, the salamander is going to 5, 10, 15. Oh, and for those of you that have been here before, you might notice this battlefield looks a little bit familiar. On a nat 20, I'm going to roll a D8 or a nat 1. Nat 20 or nat 1. I'm going to roll a D8, and starting at the very top being 1, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That individual element is going to react in a 30-foot radius, doing 4d8 damage of that type to the creatures within that range. So if it hits a creature that's immune, it won't do anything, but that's where we're starting. Okay, so the salamander moves over to Harsnog. I chose some of my favorite characters for this. And it is going to do its bite attack, which it only gets 1. It's a measly CR1 creature. Its attack doesn't get much of a bonus to it. Oh, but that might hit. A 19 does not hit. Brandon Reigns, what's going on, buddy? So that does not hit. And so Harsnog just kind of bats off the tiny salamander, and the salamander does nothing. And it does have the fire aura. At the end of each of the salamander's turns, each creature of the salamander's choice in a 5-foot emanation takes 1d6 fire damage. So we're going to go ahead and roll that 1d6 fire damage. And Harsnog is going to take that. That is a 6. It rolls a 6. So look at that. First damage goes to Harsnog. Why can we not see the health? It's kind of odd. Okay. That is the end of his turn. It is now the War Priest's turn. So the War Priest, maybe I don't have the battle start. No, I do. Why can't we see its health? Couldn't we normally see its health? I guess not. Am I making that up? Okay. So the War Priest, with only 1 target to strike, is going to move over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and is going to look at this measly salamander. What do we think? Do we think that it can take out the salamander in 1 strike? The salamander has 27 hit points. Let's see if it can do it. All right, it's got a multi-attack. We can do 2 mauls and 1 holy fire. Let's see if the maul attacks are enough. I'm not going to use an advantage roll yet. We've only got 1 to shoot with at the moment. 9 plus 16 does hit. Why is it not letting me? Oh, hold on. Is that working now? I think it is. Something's going on with Foundry. Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to close Foundry real quick. It's going to kick me out for a second, and I'm going to pull it back up. Foundry's going real slow, and it's not letting me target the creature. So we're going to go ahead and pull Foundry back up and see if we can't fix the problem here. And we will F5 restart this. Oh, look at that. Best viewers, ad merge online. What happened to Streamboo? I thought Streamboo had the best viewers. Come on. Come on. How much money do you think they actually make using these fake viewer accounts? All right, let's try this again. We want stream screen. All right, and then we switch over to the Gauntlet. And F11, switch over to the Gauntlet. There, the health is back. Okay, I think we fixed everything. We just needed a little fresh restart. Okay, so the War Priest does target. The question is, does the 16 hit? It does. So now we can roll that damage. Oh, 2 1s on the D6s? No way. All right, 5 damage to the salamander, which is not going to be enough. But we do get 2. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. It gets to do additional damage. With the maul, it gets an additional 3d6 radiant. So we'll go ahead and roll that. Oh, I didn't mean to roll the attack. That was just supposed to be damage. Ignore that. There we go. That's a little bit better. 10 more damage. All right. And then we get another maul attack. I don't know why it doesn't put those together. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a nat 20.
I like the stream so everyone gets an advantage. Yeah. I didn't have time to adjust it that both sides get it. But you know what? I'll give it to them too. That's fine. Their next attack has advantage. So we'll go ahead and roll the critical hit damage here. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be enough. And with that, we have defeated the CR1 monster. And so that gives me 1 point. We'll go ahead and change the score here. Lowest score ever on a midweek monster mash. Okay. And you know what that means? We are going to roll a D6. And whatever number we roll, we get to add that to the CR. That's a 2. So coming in hot is a CR3 creature. All right. So let's see. I'm just going to randomly put my mouse on one. We have a... I'm going to scroll up till we do one that I know we have. A Minotaur. That sounds fun. So let's go ahead and bring in a Minotaur. I'll zoom out. And we're going to just drop the Minotaur in a place that makes it make sense that it would be able to hit somebody, because that'd be boring if it couldn't. So let me go ahead and bring in... Where's monsters? Monsters, monsters. Minotaur. Minotaur of Baphomet. Better yet. I like it. All right. So we drag in this Minotaur, and he gets dropped in right about here. Gives him some options to go for. We're going to roll his initiative. And then wherever he ends up, he will start. We will move to... Wow, look at that. He rolled a nat 20 for initiative. All right. So he's next, and you watch as this Minotaur falls from above, entering into the battlefield. And as soon as it hits the ground, it lands superhero style, one hand on the ground, and it is going to charge at the Summer Eladrin. Let's see. It has Abyssal Glaive and Gore. If the target is a large or small creature and the Minotaur moved 10 plus, which it did, we're going to do the Gore attack against the Summer Eladrin. All right. Attack 4d6 piercing. All right. So we got to roll the attack to hit. And so we'll say that it had the advantage. Said CJ Tino brought that up. Oh, you almost gave it a nat 20. It does miss. It really needed to hit there. All right. So that is the end of its run. That's the end of its Gore attempt. Up next is Venom Fang. Venom Fang is not going to use its breath weapon because it doesn't want to hit the others. But you watch as it leaps off the ground, flies over, lands down right behind the Minotaur, and is going to do 3 rend attacks. Is it 3? 3 rend attacks. That first one will hit. Need that. Next one, I'm going to roll with advantage. I'm going to roll the next 2 with advantage. We're using these tonight. Good thing I did as well. And finally, a nat 20, baby! Woo! All right. So with that, we're going to roll a D8 first to see if this thing goes off. I should have done this on the last one. I forgot. On the last nat 20 there. That is on a 7. It will hit nobody. Horsemack, what's going on, buddy? So you watch as the frost cauldron exudes within a 30-foot radius, just this insane swirling frost energy that doesn't make purchase with anyone. And it does 2 rend attacks. The first one hits. It's a normal. Lurking at the moment, no problem. Happy to have you. It's 14 damage to the Minotaur. Let me switch back over so you can see the attacks here. All right, 14 damage. And then we have another hit, which is a normal. Right after this attack, we're going to go ahead and draw the Foundry VTT giveaway winner. And finally, the critical hit. 23 more damage. The Minotaur is still alive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and switch to a little bit more fun. A little bit more fun battle music. Let's get the music loud, baby. We're gonna be drawing the Foundry VTT giveaway winner. For those of you that joined it, I do need to switch to the other one real quick. All right, and turn off the dice cam. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. I'm gonna do it 3 times. That way, if the first person doesn't respond, we can get another one. The newsletter, George from the newsletter, has won the Foundry VTT giveaway. Congratulations, George. Let me go ahead and write this down real quick. I know the music is loud. I wanted it to be hype. I need a piece of paper. I literally don't have a piece of paper. I'll write all of this. All right, we're going to go ahead and draw another winner, just in case George doesn't respond. Here we go. Ooh, the music slows down slightly. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, Nick Hill, expired luck. And Horsemack, that was right next to you, buddy. Right next to Horsemack. We're going to draw one more just in case. Although I know Nick Hill will answer. Let's go ahead and spin it one more time. Here we go. Jeremy Sexton, that's actually a buddy of mine. So I know if nothing else, I can reach out to him. But I believe that we're going to hear from George. I'll turn the music down now. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to George signing up for the newsletter, winning the Foundry VTT giveaway. Congratulations to Nick Hill for being the backup, and congratulations to Jeremy for being the backup to the backup. All right, let me go ahead and switch back to the other one that actually has everything. I am going to have to, if you do see this, I am going to have to reach out to Foundry to get that that key for you. So once I get that, I will reach out to you and I will hand it over. All right, so we did our attack from Venom Fang to the Minotaur. Up next, we have the where's he at? I think he's all the way over here. The Drow Shadow Blade. So the Drow Shadow Blade has a pretty cool thing it can do, which is to kind of like Misty Step from shadow to shadow. So it's currently in a shadow. It is going to use that to, let's see, we don't have too much shadow. It is like nighttime, kind of dimly lit. I'm going to say that he manages to go, these cauldrons are massive. They're like 10, 15 foot tall cauldrons. And I believe it says that he can go 15 feet. Maybe it's 30. 60 feet. Okay. All right, we're good. So he's going to shadow step to over underneath of this poisonous one. You can see the little shadows around. You watch as it just disappears and reappears right underneath the cauldron. And as soon as it appears, it's going to book it and start charging over towards the Minotaur. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's all he needs to go. It's going to look at the Minotaur and... oh, he has some spell casting he could have done too. He's not going to do any of that. He's just going to do the Shadow Sword. He can do 3 of those. And he doesn't need to do... he can also use spellcasting to cast Darkness. We're not going to do that yet. So he's going to just do his Shadow Sword 3 times. 11. That'll hit. 19. That'll hit. Do we go 3 for 3? We sure do. All right. Normal, normal, and normal. Holy cow, 32 on that first one? 30 on the second one? This Shadow Blade is wild. That first hit was almost enough to kill it. And so you watch as the Shadow Blade disappears, appears underneath the shadow, runs over, and just 2 Shadow Blades right into the back of this Minotaur. And as it does so, it sends the Minotaur bloodied into the dirt. And that is going to be the end of the Minotaur's turn, life. And it was a CR3, so that's going to add 3 more points to the score here. So right now, you guys are getting 40 gold in the Discord. As you know, we are going to roll a D6 now and add that to the CR and draw a new monster of 5. That brings us to a CR8 monster. So let me scroll up to the CR8s here. And I'm just going to stop with the scroll, and whatever I see, I'm picking. Here we go. We have an Ice Troll. All right, we're going to bring an Ice Troll into the fray here. Not actors. I need monsters. Monsters. There we go. Do I have the Ice Troll on here? I do. And it only makes sense that the Ice Troll would show up in the ice area. So we're going to go ahead and bring in this Ice Troll here. All right. And as you know, I'm going to go ahead and add him to the initiative. And we are going to fast forward to his turn. We always start with the new enemy's turn. All right. So, as this Ice Troll drops down next to the icy cauldron, you watch as it beats his chest. And it's going to charge immediately at Venom Fang, who happens to be on the ground. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And as it goes charging, let's see what it's got. It has a cold aura. While it's alive, the troll generates an aura of bitter cold that fills the arena within 10 feet of it. At the start of the troll's turn. Okay, so it was not at the start of its turn. It does have regeneration and keen smell. All right. So we just get multi-attack. 3 attacks, 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws against Venom Fang. Wow, that 5 on the D6 jumped this up pretty quickly. I am stuttering like crazy right now. All right. We have an 18 to hit, which that hits. So we'll go ahead and roll the damage, and then we'll get 2 claw attacks. So that's 13 damage. And then we have 2 claw, and it'll have to make a save on this one. It does not hit on that one. And it does hit on that one. 21 more damage to Venom Fang, and it needs to make a save. If the target takes any of the cold damage, the target must succeed on a DC 15 con save or have disadvantage on attack rolls until the end of its next turn. So let's go ahead and pull that save up for it to make. Why can't you see? Oh, I see why. There we go. Okay, so it's going to have to make the con save here. DC 15 con save. Make it normal. That's 13 plus. It saves, so it is not at disadvantage. Okay. Up next is Harshnag, one of my favorite characters. So Harshnag is going to look over at the Ice Troll. And it has the weighted net. We're gonna... Oh, we're definitely using Gert's Great Axe. So Harshnag is going to go... Oh, wait, doesn't he have the bonus action? No, he doesn't. Okay. So he's going to start bumbling over. Oh, I think that I started the other one at the lightning totem, by the way. That's on me. I was incorrect. All right, he goes running over towards the Ice Troll. And he's going to use Gert's Great Axe, which he gets to do twice. And he's going to do it two-handed. Oh, that's going to miss. Oh, yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And, oh, with a 27, that will definitely hit. Now, he usually does a lot of damage, but I think a lot of that is cold damage. Oh, he still does 39. Okay. All right. Okay. Up next is the Deva. Now, the Deva is over by the Radiant Totem, and the Deva is actually going to take flight a little bit. So the Deva is going to fly up 15 feet. And as he's flying up 15 feet, he's going kind of at an angle. How far can he fly? He has fly 90 feet. So he will be able to reach it, no problem. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's going to fly over here. He's 15 feet up in the air, and he can reach down to hit the ice troll, which he will do. So he's going to target that ice troll. Oh, I'll target it on the other side, so that's not in your way. And if the Deva dies, he has magic resistance, bonus action, divine aid. So he can heal. We are going to use that. We are for sure going to use that. So for now, we'll use the Holy Mace, which he gets to make twice. 15 plus definitely hits. We'll go ahead and roll the other one. We're already getting nuts. We're already getting to the point where the creatures are getting a little harder to kill. $26 damage. And we are also going to use the bonus action Divine Aid to cast Cure Wounds, which I think is a creature that he can touch. Right? Touch, yup. 2d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier. So we are going to use that. Cast spell. We get to use it twice. We're going to roll that. So he's going to fly over the ice troll without leaving the range of the ice troll. We're going to target Venom Fang here. And we're going to apply 10 points of damage to Venom Fang. Did I apply that to the right person? I don't think I did. No, I did not. There we go. There we go. Okay. That's the end of his turn. It is now Venom Fang's turn. Venom Fang could use his breath weapon at this point because nobody's on the other side. But he is instead going to use 3 rend attacks because that's probably going to be enough. What do we got? What do we got? All right. We got 2 hits. 21 damage. And 15 damage. Oh, the ice troll is hanging on. But we already saw what this Shadow Blade could do. So he's going to move over. And just for the fun of it, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to switch over to...
Sponsored by Baron of Dice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have... Dieter, what's going on, buddy? We have the promo code MASH for 15% off of Baron of Dice. This will last only a week. So if you are looking for some new TTRPG dice, make sure to check out Baron of Dice and use my personal More D&D code MASH for 15% off. And you could use cool dice like this beer die that I have here, which is wicked. And we're going to use this to attack this ice troll. So, oh God, I am all over the place. I got something in my eye here. All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're rooting for a nat 20. Just a minute. I think he's going to hit either way. Oh my God. That's a 4. That was a 4. All right. And so the damage, though, is hecka dice, if I remember correctly, if it hits, which he does not hit on that. So we're going to roll again using this sweet looking duck dice, rubber ducky D20. If you are interested in this, Baron of Dice sells both of these sets of dice right now. You can go buy them at the moment, and you can get 15% off. All right, here we go. That one is a 16, which definitely hits. Dieter says he was looking at their site earlier. Good-looking stuff, decent prices, more stuff than I was expecting too, not just dice. Yeah, they got a lot of really, really cool stuff. Spark the Creeper, what's going on? Welcome to the live. I'm going to go ahead and roll the damage dice live on stream too so you can see their other ones. The Shadow Sword is 7d6. So I'm going to go ahead and roll both of these 3 times and add them up. Got some more Rubber Ducky beer dice. Rubber Ducky's upside down there. There you go. This is a little Rubber Ducky chilling in there on some water. And, of course, the beer dice. So we're going to go ahead and roll these 3 times. That's a 2 and a 2, so we have 4. It's a 4 and a 4, so that's an additional 8, which gives us 12. And another 3, so that is 15 plus 5. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 20 points of damage.
Make sure to check out Baron of Dice.
20 points of damage to the Ice Troll, which will be enough. It had 14 HP. Minus 20. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the Ice Troll, which gives us another 8 points. If you are just tuning in, the way that this midweek Monster Mash is working, we are going through the Gauntlet of Monsters. Every monster that I kill, we are going to add
Have this.
Hey, I'll take the advantage roll. Thank you. What's going on, Lori? Every monster we kill, we're going to roll a d6 and add that to the CR of the monster and bring in a new monster of that new CR. So this Ice Troll was an 8. So I'm going to remove him. I'm going to add 8 points to my score right now. So that gives us 12. For those of you in the Discord, that means you're going to be getting 120 gold so far. And we're going to roll a d6. Now, on the last d6 I rolled, it was a 5. Hey, there's a 1. Look at that. Trying to get us some more gold over in the Discord by making it a little bit easier to take out. So let's go ahead and pull in a CR9 creature. I'm going to scroll up real quick. I see a Deep Crow. Ooh, we have a flight monster. Let's go ahead and bring in a Deep Crow, which I do believe I have here. I do not. I only have the ancient Deep Crow. All right, let's pick a different one. I see Desert Giant. Do I have one of those? Nope. All right, we continue on. A Glabrezu. That's fun. Glabrezus are fun. I do have one of those. And he's going to come in near the fire, obviously. All right. So, as I mentioned in the Discord, we're going to roll him into the equation here. And we will always start the monster when they come in the initiative order. So let me move forward till we get to the Glabrezu. All right. So as this Glabrezu falls from the abyss, you see above this arena, there is a dark, smoky atmosphere. And these creatures are just falling from that atmosphere. So you watch as this Glabrezu lands. And don't they have like the 4 claws? They do. So he lands on both feet, all 4 arms, kind of up like the original Machamp Pokemon card. And it is immediately going to charge towards the Shadow Blade. And I believe he gets like 4 hits against this guy. Let me see. He has multi-attack. 2 pincer attacks and uses pummel or spell casting. What kind of spell casting do we have? Oh, he could fly. He could also cast confusion. Power word stun. All right. Have we lost anybody yet? We have not lost anybody yet. I appreciate another advantage. Thank you. Thank you. Horsemack sending another. So I have 2 more advantages. And so that's actually the only 2 I have at the moment. Let me adjust my advantage counter. All right. So I am going to use power word stun because I feel like I should. All right. So power word stun. Hey,
this.
I'll take another one. I'm going to need it. You overwhelm the mind of one creature you can see within range. If the target has 160 hit points or fewer, it has the stunned condition. I'm going to do that to the Drow Shadow Blade. All right, and it makes the con save at the end of its turns. And this is a concentration spell, I believe. All right, so he is stunned. And so for the stunned creature, I believe, don't I have advantage and critical hits on that? I'm pretty sure. Oh, can he not be stunned? No, he can. Why am I not able to add the stunned condition here? Oh, there we go. Stunned is there. All right. What is stunned? Stunned. A creature has a speed. That's speed. I swear I clicked stunned. There we go. Stunned. While you have the stunned condition, you experience the following effect. You are incapacitated. Saving throws. You automatically fail strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Okay, they are not critical hits, but attack rolls against you have advantage. Okay, so he gets to use the pincer attack twice. All right. That was supposed to be an advantage. I forgot to roll with advantage. Let me roll the second one here. As he attacks the Shadow Blade. And I need to add, I believe, 2 more advantage counters, right? How many came in? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I have 4 advantages to use on my end. So he does hit. Normal. It would be grappled, but there's no... Well, he'll still be grappled. And then we get to do another pincer attack with advantage. He misses. Even while grappling him and stunned, he still misses. All right. That is the end of the Glabrezu's turn. And he will stay there as he has him held. Okay. Now, Venom Fang is going to come towards the Glabrezu. And he is going to use his Poison Breath. He hasn't used it yet. So he's going to use the Poison Breath here. Also, Dieter, if you are still here, don't forget you have the 2 extra actions you provided last week that never got used. And just like any week, I will allow you to put it on either side. So if you would like to help the enemies, you may do that as well. For fun. Wow, he needs to put in some target practice. Yeah, if you're missing stunned and grappled creatures, what are you doing? All right. DC 14 con saving throw. He succeeds, so he will take half the damage. Still a lot of D6s, though. 38. Oh, no way. The Glabrezu is immune to poison damage. So he takes 0. Okay, we know that now. What a waste of a poison breath. Okay, the Drow Shadow Blade is stunned. So he he has to make the con save. DC 16 con save. We're going to make that. No, I want the gold. I love gold, says Horseback. The Drow saves, so he is no longer paralyzed, but he is still grappled. Okay. The War Priest is next. So the War Priest, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to hang back this time. He is not going to get in. Seeing that these creatures are falling from this dark, cloudy abyss from above and expecting them to continue, he's going to stay out of an area of effect style, I don't know, format here. And the War Priest is instead going to... He could cast a spell. You take them. Let's hold them for now, though. I don't think you'll need them for this guy. I agree. I do agree. He's got some cool spell casting. I don't think it's time to use Flame Strike yet. He's going to use Holy Fire, and that's going to be his turn. And he's going to use Healing Light on Venom Fang. So, DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. See if he succeeds here. He succeeds. So he still takes half the damage. Oh, which was nothing anyway. Wow, this has been a terrible turn for the good guys. And bonus action Healing Light. Creature of its choice within 60 feet regains 2d8 plus 3. And so we'll go ahead and roll that. 13 hit points return to Venom Fang. Okay. That is the end of the War Priest's turn. It is now the Summer Eladrin's turn, who has not gotten to take a turn yet. The Summer Eladrin is going to book it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to move back behind this cauldron here. And you watch as the Summer Eladrin kind of shivers as a fiery creature getting behind this wintry cauldron. And he's going to peer over at the Glabrezu through Venom Fang. I guess before he gets too far behind her, he's going to take these shots. And he's going to... Oh, he could have used Face Step, too. He gets to use multi-attack 2 longbow attacks. He's going to use 2 of them with advantage. Oh, okay. He does still hit, though. I thought he was going to miss there. He hits for both of them. So we'll go ahead and roll the damage here, which I assume some of the fire damage is going to be negated. It is. Only 3 damage negated there and 4 damage there. Apply and apply. And the Summer Eladrin will finish this movement back behind here. Harshnag is up. And Harshnag doesn't have much room to fit here. So he's going to slide back himself. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to move back here. And he's going to pick up a rock that's lying on the ground. And is going to chuck the rock over at the Glabrezu. And I think I only get 1 of these. Yeah, I do. So he's going to chuck this at the Glabrezu. I'm going to use another advantage since I had 3. He does hit. Roll the damage here. 25 full damage to the Glabrezu. That definitely helps. And as Harshnag chucks the rock, he's going to yell to the others, "Be ready, this guy's a chump, but they're getting worse." And that's going to be the end of his turn. I am now down to 1 advantage roll remaining. And it is now the Deva's turn. And the Deva had some spellcasting too. Nothing that we would want to use here. So he's going to use the Holy Mace attack. He's going to fly down to the 10-foot range here. He's going to move over just next to the Glabrezu, 5 feet. So he's gone 5 feet now. And he's going to attack the Glabrezu twice with his Holy Mace. I'm going to use 1 advantage and 1 normal. Oh my god, the advantage misses. The normal hits. Woo. All right. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? The Glabrezu takes another full 25 damage. And then the Deva is going to fly up to 30 feet into the air. The Glabrezu will get an attack of opportunity against the Deva with its pincer. Although, oh yeah, it's not pummeled. So he's going to use his pincer. He will hit. And that will be, oh, low rolls, baby. We'll take that. All right, that's the end of the Deva's turn. It's now the Glabrezu's turn. Now the Glabrezu has the Drow Shadow Blade grappled. And so it's going to use 2 pincer attacks and then use pummel because it can do that against a grappled creature. So he gets 2 pincer attacks with advantage because it's grappled. Right? Does grappled have... let's see. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against... okay, no, that's not true. Not true. Okay, so he's just gonna... He gets regular attacks to the creature he's grappling. He hits 1. He hits 2. So we'll roll the damage here. Oh, his damage rolls have been lame. Lame damage rolls. So we apply that. And then he's going to use pummel. So you watch as this 4-armed creature, the 2 small arms grasping the Drow Shadow Blade that's trying to get away, and the bigger arms just... And then he's going to pummel the Drow Shadow Blade. It has to make a dexterity saving throw. We don't have any advantages left. I forgot I used that. So we'll see if he makes this here. He does not. So he fails the save. Let me change this to 0. Oh, I do have one more, though, that we just got for the likes on the video. By the Glabrezu. All right, so he takes some more damage here. 3d6 damage. 15 more damage. The Drow Shadow Blade looking a bit rough already. Up next, we have Venom Fang, who found out that apparently this thing is immune to poison damage. So Venom Fang is going to advantage counter. We have 1. All right. Venom Fang is going to use 3 rend attacks. You should do this with a guest controlling the Gauntlet. Might be fun. Bets would be if they can TPK your party before the timer. That would be interesting. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I will use my advantage roll on the first one. Give me a nat 20. Yes! Yes! Worth it! All right. The Woven Sanctuary, welcome to the live stream. We are about to roll a d8 to see which one of these elemental cauldrons exhales an energy. If it's a 1 or 2, oh, the fire one. Okay, within a 30-foot radius emanation, this fire cauldron surges with fire energy. Let me go ahead and draw the circle for you here. 30-foot emanation from here. Ooh, wrong thing. 30-foot. So everything in there is going. It's me more. The Woven Sanctuary. Help me out. Oh, Morgana. Got it. What's going on, Morgana? I'm so used to seeing your name as Morgana on there. The Woven Sanctuary is the thing that you started up. I apologize. I can't believe I didn't catch that in time. Dieter says, or let an opponent bring their party against your Gauntlet. Oh, that's not a bad idea either. I like that. Get them a little more involved in it too. Okay. So I'm not even going to do deck saves because I'm just going to say this is literally like an undodgeable amount of energy there. So everything in here is going to take the 4d6 fire damage. So we'll roll the 4d6. 9, 10, 11 fire damage. The Glabrezu is immune. Linz, welcome to the live. The Glabrezu is immune. No, he's resistant. He is resistant. So he is going to take 6. And all the others will take the full 11, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah. So minus 11 here. Minus 11 here. Anyway, hello everyone. And minus 11 to the Shadow Blade. Okay. And all that because we rolled a nat 20 against the Glabrezu. So we'll go ahead and roll that rend damage, critical hit. And then it gets 2 more attacks. Ooh, that's big damage. 34 to the Glabrezu, who is apparently... oh, that 34 is also part poison, so it doesn't take that damage. All right, 2 more attacks. I am out of advantage rolls here. 20 and 10, so we do hit 1 more time. Morgana checking in over on YouTube. And it only takes part of the damage here. Okay. Venom Fang is also going to fly up. We'll say 40 feet into the air. So the Glabrezu will get another opportunity attack. $24 does hit. Man, the Glabrezu is causing some mayhem right now. Not with its damage, though. Woo! Okay. Now, the Drow Shadow Blade has disadvantage against anyone but the grappler, but it doesn't matter because he's going against the grappler. So here we go. I have used... Okay, I still have 1 advantage roll that I can use. Oh, no, I used that. That's how I got the nat 20. So I'm out of advantage rolls. Oh, a 2? All right, there's an 11. That's good.
Here, have this.
Hey, I appreciate it, Horsemack. Send in 2.
this. Here,
All
have
right,
this.
3.
Here, have this.
28 damage to the Glabrezu. And that is 4 more advantage rolls.
Here,
5 more
this.
advantage rolls. Need that, because this Glabrezu has been a mayhem right now. The Drow Shadow Blade is not going to contest it. He will stay grappled. Oh, you know what? He's not in dim light, though. No, he stays. All right. The War Priest is up. The War Priest, let's see if it gets its bonus action back. It does, which is huge. He's going to save his banishment. He's going to get in here. He's going to get in here. He's got to save the Shadow Blade. All right. So he comes up. He's going to get 2 Maul attacks, but he's going to start first with the Holy Fire to see if we can blind this thing. Need a Wisdom save. It does save, so he just takes half the damage. Half damage. And then don't let it get another turn. We're gonna try here. We are going to use 2 advantages with the Maul, which does good damage. We need these to hit. There we go. All right, hold on, let me roll the other one real quick. 2 of them. 2 nat 20s. Okay, here's why that could be a problem. So we need to roll our D8 to see which one of these cauldrons gets set off. Go more, says Morgana. Dieter cheering for it. Let's go. All right. So right before that first attack, no, the fire one gets set off again. All right. So all 5 of these creatures right here are going to take 4d6 fire damage. What do we got? What do we got? 14 fire damage. The Glabrezu takes half, so it takes 7 damage. Everyone else takes the full 14. Golly. Do this one. And do this one. See, this is why I don't stack them together. I was trying not to. That was problematic. Of all the things we could have rolled. Okay, and then the War Priest is going to do its critical damage. Critical hit. 19 damage to the Glabrezu, which is not enough. But then we can do it here. But unfortunately, before the attack, all right, we want to roll a 5, 6, 7. The day I start rooting for Mori rolls 2 nat 20s. Yeah, Morgana, you got to root for me more often. Come on now. All right. We need a 5, 6, 7. All right, that's not as bad. Not as bad, but it's still not good. So the emanation centered here. A little farther. Let me try that again. There's the 30-foot. So it hits the Summer Eladrin, Harshnag, Venom Fang, but not the Deva. Thank goodness. All right. We need to roll 4d6 ice or cold damage, which will not affect Harshnag. So there's that. And low damage. All right, 9. So 9 damage to the Summer Eladrin and Venom Fang. -9. And 9 damage to Venom Fang. Okay. That's the end of, well, okay. So I still need to roll the damage. That's right. We need to be careful of positioning around the arena. That is 100% true. I'm hoping I can kill this Glabrezu here. Oh, that was big damage. Big damage. That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Glabrezu, 9 points to my score, which means 90 more gold for you in the Discord. More D&D score. It puts you at 210 total. And after his turn, he's going to use the remaining 15 feet that he has to move away. 5, 10, 15. Morgana saying, nice. Woohoo. More gold in the coffer. You're right. Okay. That's the end of his turn. We're going to bring in a new monster. We need to roll a D6. And we will add that to the CR. Another 1. Look at that. All right. A CR 10 monster coming in hot. All right. First one I see is elephant. I do not have one of those. All right. So which one do I know I have? We have an Orphan. So we'll do that. We will bring in an Orphan because I know for a fact I have one of those. All right, monsters. All right, and because the monsters are starting to get a little cool, I'm going to bring him in. He's coming in where this big old door is. Yeah, where's these nat 20s when you have an opponent, right? All right, the Orphan comes in. We are going to add him. And then we are going to move until it's his turn, which actually happens to be next anyway. David Dieter, what's going on, buddy? All right. So the Orphan is up. He has a bonus action. So, okay, all right. So he gets to use, we're going to use the brass crossbow against, I mean, the Summer Eladrin's right in front of him, right? But he looks around the battlefield and he's seeing some rather bloodied creatures. So instead, he's going to go at Venom Fang. He is going to use his brass crossbow against Venom Fang. Usually just watch along with my parents, but I'm on my own computer tonight. Well, hey, I appreciate you adding in the view. It does help. So I do appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So, he's going to roll normal here. Does he hit with a 10 plus? 17 does not hit. Wow, he really needed that one to hit. But he is going to use a bonus action to use invisibility. Let's see. +7 to hit. Tire also suffers while they follow. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to bonus action, become invisible. Yeah. So he's going to bonus action invisibility field. So he is going to disappear. And then he's going to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I went 35 by accident. So he's going to go back there. And that's going to be the end of his turn. So the Summer Eladrin sees this thing disappear. And is not going to be able to see him. So the Summer Eladrin's going to move. I kind of like this because it allows me, it makes me use the battlefield a little bit more. He's going to move back here behind this rock. And he is going to ready one attack for if he can see the Orphan at any point. He's going to ready one longbow attack. Up next is Harsnog. Harsnog is going to stand as close. Actually, he's going to move forward, hoping that none of the other emanations can hit him other than this psychic one here. Actually, what is this? Necrotic. Necrotic one here, because he knows the ice one won't. And he's going to ready... He's going to ready a weighted net in case it gets within range that he can hit it. Because if he can get the net on it, the net will follow him, so he'll be able to track where he's at. So he's going to ready a weighted net attack. The Deva's up. It's 30 feet in the air. He's going to fly. He's going to go up to about 45. And he's going to shift kind of centered. Well, yeah, he's going to shift centered here. So he moves over. He stays 45 feet in the air. And he'll ready a maul attack in case it gets near him, but it's not really going to be able to. Venom Fang is 40 feet in the air already. He's going to stay there. And he can't really ready much because his is within 5. But he will see if he gets his poison breath back, which he does. But he's going to ready a rend attack in case anything gets within range. And the Drow Shadow Blade is going to move into the shadow of this cauldron here. So he's kind of underneath the cauldron. And he's going to ready 1 hand crossbow attack. The War Priest is going to use... oh, he forgot to use his healing light last time. He's going to run up, use his bonus. Oh, he can't reach. Oh, but it doesn't matter. He's got a range. Never mind. He's not going to move there. He's going to use his healing light for Venom Fang. And 2d8 plus 3. Oh, yeah. Big roll. 14. We will heal to Venom Fang. And he can still use an action. He's going to ready Holy Fire for when a creature that it can see. So as soon as he can see a creature, he's going to ready Holy Fire. And I believe that's a good range. Within 60 feet. So that should be fine. Okay. It's now its turn. And so the Orphan is going to, seeing this Drow Shadow Blade, it is going to target the Shadow Blade with its brass crossbow. And it is going to send it. Wow. Dude, this Orphan is doing nothing. Immediately becomes not invisible. So the Orphan raises its crossbow quietly and just... And as it sends it, the Drow Shadow Blade dodges out of the way and immediately sends its own crossbow while everybody else is going to fire off all their attacks. So it gets 1 hand crossbow attack, which we'll use with advantage since we have 5. Brings us down to 4. Does hit. Must succeed on a con save or be poisoned for 1 hour. Ooh, he takes very little damage there. But he must save. So let me pull up the con save real quick. See what he's got. See what he's got. Oh, he saves. No problems there. Okay. Venom Fang couldn't do anything. The War Priest... Oh, between the cauldron and the rock, I'd say the War Priest cannot see him. He knows it happened, but he can't see him. The Summer Eladrin does see him. So the Summer Eladrin's going to get one of its attacks against it. Longbow with advantage. 26 to hit, absolutely. 21 reduced down to 8. Oh my god, it's probably immune to the fire and resistant to the piercing. Okay, well that's problematic. Then the Summer Eladrin's gonna slightly drift around. I know you can't see, but I drifted it. Oh, that's right, he can't. This was a reaction. Harsnog also can't see him behind the rock. The David, okay, so that was a waste of a lot. So now the Orphan is going to see if it gets its invisibility shield. It does, and it will go invisible again as a bonus action. And away it goes. Ooh, this Orphan's a problem. This Orphan is a problem. And then he's going to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think he can only move 30, but he's going to move to there. Yeah, he can only move 30. I was trying to get him to the point where he was using that infernal dagger, but he can't get close enough. Okay, up next is the Summer Eladrin. So the Summer Eladrin, seeing where he's at, needing to get close, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, hoping to get over towards that fire cauldron. I believe he can only move 30 feet. Oh, he can move 50. 35, 40, 45, 50. And he's going to get up here and hold his bow once again. Harsnog, knowing where it was at based on sounds, listening, seeing the battlefield, is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. If they can see him, give one of the extra actions to Venom Fang or Harsnog. You got it. Harsnog. Yeah, there we go. He's going to move back here. Harsnog's cocky. Oh, you can't run from me. And he's going to run over behind the rock, waiting to see the Orphan once again. He's going to hold his rock action. The Deva, getting an idea of where it's at, is going to fly over to on top of this rock. So he's going to be about 10 feet up. Oh, no, 15. Those are 15-foot rocks. 15 feet up. And he's going to hold his mace in case he can get a swing at him. Venom Fang is going to hold a rend attack because the poison breath was problematic last time. And the Drow Shadow Blade's going to hold another crossbow. And the War Priest, let's see if the War Priest gets its healing back. It does not. Okay. The Orphan is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And as it moves up next to the Shadow Blade, it will use its Infernal Dagger. Will it hit this time? It has not hit anything yet. No way! Dude, this Orphan has done nothing but be invisible. All right, as it does, the Drow Shadow Blade was holding its hand crossbow. I did say hand crossbow. So it's going to use the hand crossbow at disadvantage. Yeah, he's going to miss that. Classic. I would say the Summer Eladrin has no shot through this cauldron. Venom Fang can't reach with its rend. No mace attack there. The War Priest was holding again for a creature it can see, but it can't see through the cauldrons. If he was invisible, he gets advantage. Oh, you're right. You are correct. I should have had advantage on the other attacks too. I didn't think about that. Thank you for being honest, Dieter, because you are absolutely correct. And he does hit that time. All right, so we'll do the damage, which is 12 to the Shadow Blade. And in addition, the target must make a DC 17 con save or take 4d10 poison. Let's see. We will use an advantage roll here. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, I think now, because this Shadow Blade might be toast otherwise, is a great time for...
Sponsored by Baron of Dice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Baron of Dice is proudly sponsoring this stream, this midweek Monster Mash, and they have provided a code that lasts 1 week. The code is MASH for 15% off of their store, and you can get wicked looking dice such as, hold on, this rubber ducky die. The dice, I've got the full set here. I wish the camera would focus a little more. There you go. Look at that little rubber ducky floating in there. He's just hanging out. Oh God, I dropped it. Oh no, hold on. Where did it go? Okay. All right, I got the dice. Hopefully it didn't break. Okay, and the other one is this beer die, which has a beer as the nat 20, which is hilarious. And it's just got some sweet coloration. You got the foam on it. So we're going to go ahead and roll with advantage to save here. Time to get Dune Dice. That one's gone. All right, here we go. Dice cam. Woohoo! we have, the rubber ducky dice coming in with a 19. There's your sign, ladies and gentlemen. Buy the rubber ducky dice, 15% off, www.baronofdice.com. That code only lasts 1 week, and the more people that buy, the more, hopefully, Baron of Dice will work with me.
Make sure to check out Baron of Dice.
All right. So we rolled a 19 plus, which definitely saves. Okay, nothing happens otherwise. Oh no, it does take half as much damage. He takes half as much. And apply. Woo! Okay. I believe that is everything. And does he get his invisibility back? He does not.
Have this.
Thank you for the advantage. Still pretty brutal, that it was. Which keeps us at 3 because I forgot to take it off for this one. Okay, so I have 3 advantages, but creatures can see him now. So the Summer Eladrin is up and is going to rotate 5, 10. As it whips around, it's going to finally take some shots at,
Here, have this.
yeah, there we go. I need them. Thank you. All right, I'm using that advantage roll right now.
Here.
How many do I get? 2 or 3?
This.
I get 2. 2 of them. Yeah, there's a nat 20, baby, which could be problematic. All right. First, we need to roll a d8 to see which one of these totems is going off. And I need to add 1 more advantage roll, thanks to you. All right. Let's go. We're rooting for 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. No! Oh, this 2 on the D8 is killing me. All right. So we have a 30-foot emanation. Oh, my God. The nat 20 might have killed the Shadow Blade. He is in it. The Orthan's also in it, but I think he's immune to fire. The Summer Eladrin's immune to fire. The Deva is not immune to fire. Venom Fang is not. All right, 4d6 fire damage. We have 12 damage. All right, so 12 to the Deva. Oh, the Summer Eladrin's only resistant, so he takes 6. Venom Fang takes the full 12. The Orphan takes 0. And the Drow takes the full 12. The Drow has 22 HP remaining. Brutal. But the Summer Eladrin does hit with the nat 20. So we'll go ahead and roll the critical here. I know it's going to be immune to the fire. 43 damage reduced to 11. No way. All right. We're going to go ahead and roll another longbow with advantage. We need to make sure we're hitting these. And actually, I will take not a nat 20 right now. All right, 25. Let's go ahead and roll the damage. Golly. 20 damage reduced to 5. All right. And the Summer Eladrin is going to continue its movement. It has 50. Did it have 50? Yeah. So he's going to move back behind this rock to not be hittable. We are using our movement here, ladies and gentlemen. Using the play field. All right. Harsnog is up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Doesn't he have 40? Yeah. 35, 40. Harsnog, not one to shy away from a battle, is going to look at the Orphan. You can't run from me. And he's going to throw this rock. We could throw the weighted net. Yeah, it'd be a disadvantage, though. No, we need to hit something. Advantage with the rock. You rolled the 20 on advantage with the commercial. I'm sorry. Hey, there's a nat 20. Please roll a 5, 7, 6. All right. Another nat 20. Let me roll the critical here. Holy cow, that rock is dangerous. The Orphan is resistant. Dave, what's going on, buddy? Resistant to the bludgeoning, but he does take a good 20 damage there. And then we need to roll a... Here we go. Extra attack as well. You are correct. I will roll that as soon as I roll this D8 to see where the energy strikes. 7! Yes! Although that may still hit. Oh, no. It might still hit the drow. 30-foot emanation from here. We're safe. We are safe. All right. Dieter said, come on, 7, and we got a 7. Good call, buddy. Good call. Oh, no. I didn't see the War Priest. The War Priest is definitely in that, wasn't it? Yeah. Nuts. The War Priest was in it. All right, so it is still 4d6 cold damage. Just to the War Priest, though. I'll tell you what, this Orphan has been causing some problems. That is 12 cold damage to the War Priest. Okay. Harsnog gets the extra attack. Let me go ahead and pull up the music. Since, you know, we need it. Dieter brought in 2 extra actions last week. We are going to use one of them here. We're also going to use the advantage. So he's going to do another rock attack, which will hit. And that brings my advantage counter down to 2. I got to take those 2 off. 21 reduced to 10. Okay. Every little bit counts. All right, we added Glabrezu and an Orphan. Hey, thank you. We added a Glabrezu and an Orphan. We got to get away from the demons. The Deva's up. There we go. 2 more. All right, that brings us up to 4. The Deva's going to fly. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He's going to come down. No, he's going to stay at 15 feet. The Orphan's 10 feet tall. He can reach him. And he's going to strike. 2 Holy Mace at advantage. No fire damage here, but he is resistant to the bludgeoning. All right. Damage, normal. Damage, normal. 23 reduced to 20. There we go. 29 reduced to 24. Yeah, yes! The Orphan is almost dead. He does have bonus action Divine Aid. We're going to use that one more time to slide down to 10 feet, never leaving his range. And he's going to heal the Drow Shadow Blade with what he can. This is the Deva's last cure wounds that it's got. And he's... Oh, God. Only 10, but it's 10. 10 is 10 to the Drow Shadow Blade. That is the end of the Deva's turn. Okay. Venom Fang is up. Venom Fang is going to fly down. Land next to... He's going to land on the ground. Land next to the Orphan. He's got his rend attacks. We're going to use an advantage, which will bring us down to 1. But that means, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and do it because I think this is going to kill the Orphan.
Sponsored by Baron of Dice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Baron of Dice has proudly sponsored this stream, showing off 2 sets of dice here. We have the beard die and the rubber ducky dice, which are super cool. Make sure to go buy some cool dice if you're looking for new ones over at Baron of Dice and use code MASH to get 15% off until next week. Here we go. We have an 11. That was an 11 there. And we have a 5. All right. Hopefully that 11 was enough. Let's switch back.
Make sure to check out Baron of Dice.
11 plus 7 is 18 against the Orphan. with an AC of 17. That will be enough. Ladies and gentlemen, with the Baron of Dice, we do only 5 damage. It had 1 HP and a dream. No stickers on YouTube this... Okay, Morgana, I'm glad that you said that. Is there a way to do something else, like gifts instead of stickers on YouTube? Anybody that's on YouTube, let me know. Actually, here we go. No, I still see super stickers on there, I think. Okay, everyone else that's on YouTube, let me know if you can see super stickers on there. Orthan was 10 points. We get rid of him. Let me go up here. So that puts us at 31. So we are 310 gold. Venom Fang is going to... He flew 40 feet. He can fly 80. So he's going to fly 40 feet back up this way. I don't see any stickers, just super chats. Just super chat and those gem things. Okay, so I got a notification that YouTube is switching to a gift system similar to TikTok. I don't see the gifts on my... I don't see the gifts on my end. So... that must be what happened. And I don't know how that gift thing works. Let me see. I'll sign in. I'm gonna switch to my alt account real quick and sign in here. I should have already done that. I gotta remember to do that. Switch account. Settings. Switch. Let's see. Gets cut off YouTube as well. Oh, I see gifts. Okay. So that's what I was told they're switching to. So that means they must have gotten rid of my super... Oh gosh, sorry. You're hearing a repeat. I still have super stickers though on mine. Yeah, I still have the super stickers on mine. So, I don't know. That's weird. I don't see anything else. Maybe it's just because I'm on mobile and not desktop. Well, you're wrong, so... Alright, I accept that. I accept that. I will keep that up, though. Keep the view on here, right? Okay. Let me play that and go back to live. I'm on mobile too. Well, you're wrong then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to roll a d6 to see what CR creature we're bringing in next. Oh, we were at a 10. No, 9. We are now at a CR 14 creature. This could be problematic, and we have 1 hour and 5 minutes remaining. First one I see that's not a demon. Oh, we're bringing in an adult bronze dragon. Oh, boy. I can't believe we just rolled a CR5. Monsters. Adult bronze dragon. Oh, yeah. Comes flying in. And they are lightning type. So he's going to fly in on this rock right here. And we're going to go ahead and add him to the initiative here. And then we will move to his initiative to go first. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is where we're going to start losing some characters finally. Okay. because he's got legendary actions too. Let's see. Okay. The dragon is going to, it's 15 feet currently. It's going to fly down here. Oh, I high-key hate this gemstone thing. I got to look at it. I don't know how it works. And it is going to, looks like the conversion of the new jewels on YouTube is going to be close to bits. Oh, okay. Interesting. Then I could at least hopefully make it a similar conversion. And it's going to use lightning breath. Which 90-foot long, 5-foot wide cone. Oh, all right. So we're going to use it. Lightning breath, usability. Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Also, only super chats on my laptop. All right. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like they're doing away with the super stickers, and I'm going to have to adjust. Great. Let me add that to all the free time I had available. Dexterity saving throws. Here we go. All right. Only the War Priest succeeds. But Harsnog can use one legendary resistance, and he will. So Venom Fang's the only one that fails. Here we go. 56. Venom Fang failed, took the full 28 and 28. Okay. And then it is going to fly up. It's used 25 feet. It is going to fly up 35 feet. So it has now moved 70 and it'll stay up there. Okay. It's the Deva's turn, who can fly. It's 10 feet up. 5, 10, 15, 20. Morgana! Super chatting the $10 for a full revival. Now, oh, Dieter's saying time for that extra action. I agree. Morgana, I just want to confirm you wanted to use a hero revival, or were you trying to just do a $10 donation for something else? Just confirm that. But the hero revival I will save for the first creature to go down. Let's see. All right, so the Deva gets all up in his face. No, you got to tell me whatever you want. I'm not picking. All right. So he's going to use the Holy Mace twice with advantage. All right, 2 good hits. Hopefully, yes. All right. Deal the damage, which these should be good damage. 21, yeah. Let's do a revival when we need it. All right. 21 and 24. And then Dieter sending in the second action from last week. And, oh, I used one extra advantage that I shouldn't have. All right. When another advantage roll comes in, I've already used it. I'm currently at -1 advantage rolls. Okay. We get 2 more attacks, both regular.
Here, have this.
There we go. All right, we're back to 0. We do hit with the first one. There we go.
This.
And I'm going to use that advantage that just came in for a nat 20, which might be bad.
Have this.
All right. We got another. We got another. All right. Advantage counter. We're currently up 1. We've hit twice. So let's go ahead and do the damage first for the first one. Woohoo! All right, 23 damage. And then, before we get to that, we need to roll a d8. And at this point, we're rooting for a 5, ladies and gentlemen. We want a 5. Oh, shoot, I rolled 5d6s. I clicked 5. Wow, that would have been a terrible 5d6s. We need to roll a d8. Calling 5 this time. Oh, it's an 8. No, the Shadow Blade. The Shadow Blade. But it looks like... Oh, it's the Shadow Blade and the War Priest. Everyone else is too high. All right. 4d6s. $13 damage. Poison damage. Neither of which are resistant or immune. Okay. That was brutal, but now we do the critical, which could be worth it. Could be worth it. The dragon is not. It's a 30-foot emanation, and these 3 characters are above 30. 40-foot, 35, and 35. 56 damage! Dieter, your extra action came in clutch. Dieter says bye-bye. All right. The Deva will stay. Venom Fang is up. He's going to fly over. And he does have his poison breath. He's going to... Is it worth it? I'm going to say we're using all 3 Rens instead. All right, we're going to use advantage on the first one. Hey, I appreciate... Oh, it's Morgana. Oh, super chatting the 5, which is... Let me think. Is that the rare magic item? I believe that's the rare magic item. Oh, he misses 2, though. Shoot. Oh, she said all extra actions. Oh, I see it now. Okay, Morgana, thank you. All right, so then let me obviously play this. Obviously got to play this. Morgana, I appreciate you. So he does miss 2 out of 3, but we hit 1. And that was good damage, 20 damage. And we're going to go ahead and do that one more time. There we go. There we go. We missed the second. Oh, missed the third. Frick. Oh, and terrible damage that time. 14. It's all right. He's looking rough. He is looking rough. Okay. Up next is the Shadow Blade. 5, 10. He's going to move over here. And... Ooh. All right. Okay. It's 60 feet. Okay. We're going to do something wild. We are going to do something wild here, which could backfire, but it's okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. The Shadow Blade gets below the dragon, and it's nighttime, but the area is kind of lit other than the shadows underneath. However, being nighttime, just above the it's gonna get just in the shadow underneath of this cauldron here, just above the dragon is all shadowed in, as the light doesn't reach far enough to really shine above it. The Shadow Blade is going to attempt to bonus action Shadow Step 60 feet to an unoccupied space it can see that's also in dim light or darkness. It is going to Shadow Step on top of the dragon. And so it's now... Oh, shoot. I need to bring this below. Oh, man. Hold on. It's going to be 40 feet up. Okay. So the Shadow Blade flies up on top of the dragon and is then going to, standing on the dragon, it is going to Shadow Sword 3 times. All normal. because we are at 0 here. It hits all 3, baby! Woo! Damage, damage, and damage. It's got some crazy damage, too. All right. 29. 35. Oh, that's all he needed. Okay. So as he stabs this dragon right in the heart with its shadow blade, this dying shadow drow that's already bloodied and not feeling well at all, the dragon goes down, and as the dragon falls to the ground and kind of flails, the shadow blade is going to take, as it's 40 feet up in the ground, 4d10 bludgeoning damage, which will roll in 1 second. But that is a CR. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I cheated. That adult bronze dragon was an 18. Okay, I totally read that wrong. I'm sorry, 15. It was a 15. That was supposed to be a 14. So you guys get the 15 because I cheated, apparently. All right. So plus 15 points, which brings us to 46, 460 gold. Not feeling well at all. Write it down. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, as he stabs the dragon's gonna flail. Like, it's not gonna be directly underneath of him. Does the dragon body help cushion the fall? All right. Well, there's a couple ways that could happen, though, because the dragon could also land on top of him. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to roll a d4. On a 1, the dragon lands on top of him and doubles the bludgeoning damage. On a 4, the dragon cushions it and halves the bludgeoning damage. And on a 2 or 3, it's regular bludgeoning damage. Here we go. Oh, that is a 1. Oh, no. All right. So this is going to be 8d6 bludgeoning damage as the dragon body lands on the Drow Shadow Blade. I don't think there's enough room. If he dies, he dies. 31 damage. He had 19. Ladies and gentlemen, that is enough for the Drow Shadow Blade to go down, and then we will remove the dragon body. But the Drow Shadow Blade comes in with full HP thanks to Morgana with the revival. We'll go ahead and play that one more time just for fun. As the Drow Shadow Blade moves the wing off of its body and shifts the dragon slightly. It's a very heavy dragon. The Drow Shadow Blade stands up, looking fully revived, as the darkness surrounds it and brings it back to life. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to add now 1d6 to the CR of the monster. Oh, that dragon should have had legendaries. A 4. We are looking at a CR 19 creature. Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, it's another demon. So it's either another dragon or another demon, because I don't have that cloud giant thing. Or a red Abishai. Yeah, it's a devil. What's a Shuggoth? Do I have one of those? Let's see if I have a Shuggoth. If I have a Shuggoth, I'll do one of those. I do not. So we'll go with the red Abishai. All right. Another fiend comes walking out of the door. on the other side this time. It's a 19, CR 19. I was supposed to do 14, but since I did a 15, I'm adding the 4 to that. So it's a 19. Can't believe I forgot to use the legendaries. That would have been very helpful for the monster. All right, 14. We are going to move forward to the red Abishai that can fly. He has no legendaries. This effect ends at the Abishai or its companions deal damage to the target. Okay. I could do that. Incite. That doesn't help. Frightful presence. Oh, I'll be honest. This Abishai is kind of lame. So he's gonna... Let's see. 5, 10. You might have one more advantage from a like. Oh, I haven't even looked at those. I have 2 more advantages from the likes. You are correct. Good call. All right. So the red Abishai can fly 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. He's able to get up to Venom Fang. We're going to bring... So you're down to 0. And the red Abishai is going to target Venom Fang. It gets 1 bite attack, 1 claw attack, and can use Frightful Presence. I was almost at nat 20. It does hit, though. Holy cow. 67 damage to Venom Fang. Okay. Red Abishai is pretty good, not gonna lie. So the red Abishai runs up, flies up to Venom Fang, who's hovering in the air, and immediately just bites right into Venom Fang and rips a chunk out of its throat. And Venom Fang's neck flails down as it falls down into the pit of elemental decay. And with that, Venom Fang is out. The extra actions I will definitely be using. Now, the red Abishai cannot reach with its claw, but it will use Frightful Presence. Each creature of its choice within 120 feet. DC 18 Wisdom save. And it's each creature of the Abishai's choice and aware of the Abishai. So they are aware of the Abishai as it's 50 feet in the air. All right, so all of them need to make the DC 18 Wisdom save or be frightened. I have 2 advantages. We're gonna need the Deva to succeed, so we'll use an advantage on him. And the Summer Eladrin is fire damage, though. We're gonna keep the War Priest, so we're gonna use the advantage on the War Priest. Deva advantage, War Priest advantage, Harsnog normal, Summer Eladrin normal. Holy cow! Okay, the only 2 that fail are Harsnog and the Eladrin. I think for this and any future Gauntlet, once you beat a CR 20 or higher, you should switch from adding a D6 to a D4. That is valid. That is valid. I have 45 minutes remaining. That's a good point. So we'll see how long we get to with this one. All right. The Harsnog and the Summer Eladrin are frightened. Can repeat the save. Okay. Frightened, 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 frightened. Okay, frightened and frightened. Okay. Up next is the Drow Shadowblade. The Drow Shadowblade is going to... he's 40 feet in the air. The Drow Shadow Blade. Is he going to try to do the same thing? I think that he is. The Drow Shadow Blade will shift just underneath of this. And as he lurks in the shadows, he's going to fly on top of the Red Abishai once more. So it'll put him at 45 feet. And he's going to attack 3 times. I'm going to slide him over so that we can see that he's there. He's going to attack 3 times. I have 2 advantage. No, I used my advantages. That's 2 rolls. A 9 and an 18. Does a 9 hit? 9 plus 9 is 18. Let's see. No, it does not. So he hit with 1. He missed the second.
Have this.
And with that advantage that you just gave me, I was going to say that that's an advantage roll. All right. So he hits 2 of them. Thanks, Dieter. Which should be good damage. It should be good damage. All right, that's a 28 and a 25. All right, and then the Shadow Blade isn't even grappling. And that would be an action. So he's kind of just like... He holds on, but he's not like grappled, if that makes sense. So... We'll see what happens here. All right, the War Priest down below. Let's see if he gets his bonus action. He does not. Oh, he has... Oh. I don't think we want to banish. Yeah, I don't... Banishment is so good, but it only makes it disappear for a minute. And Flame Strike will do nothing. And I would assume the War Priest would know that because it's a devil. So, it's just going to do... The, Yeah, it's just going to do Holy Fire. So, DC 15 Wisdom save. Which I would consider this a magical effect. Yeah, so it has advantage anyway, but it succeeded. So it takes half damage. Which is 12 reduced to 6. Okay. And the War Priest will stay there. Summer Eladrin's turn. 5, 10, 15. Oh, it is frightened. So, it wouldn't return from banishment, though. Oh, does it not? Did I read that wrong? You banish the target to a harmless enemy plane while there, the target is incapacitated. Oh, because he's native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on. Because I would assume this is the material plane. And it's native to the hells, right? Okay. All right. I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to give it the 6 damage back. Because I would have done this. All right. Let's see what happens here. We are going to try banishment against against the Abishai. It is a DC 15. It's a wisdom? Charisma. All right, DC 15 charisma. Here we go. That would be wild. Oh, but it has... Hold on. Hold on. I'm not lying. It has magic resistance. This is a magical effect. It has advantage. Hold on. Oh, a nat 20. A nat 20. No. All right. It saves and it stays. And with the nat 20, we need to roll a d8. That would have been awesome. And 8. Of course, it's this one. The War Priest is the only one that gets hit. 4d6 damage. That was funny as heck, says Morgana. That was brutal. 16 damage to the War Priest. All right. Okay. So the Summer Eladrin gets to go. 15, 20, 25. But it's frightened. So the Summer Eladrin, frightened, can't get any closer. And it can't make any attacks against it, right? Frightful Presence. You experience following. You have disadvantage on ability checks attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight. You can't willingly move closer to the source of fear. Okay, so he can attack. It's just a disadvantage. All right. So 5, 10, 15. He's going to move there. No, he's going to stay at 10. It's going to target him. He has disadvantage on the attacks. Wow, missed a nat 20, but still hit. Okay. And we use the extra attack from Morgana. Yeah, that was a big old... Oh, and a 21 misses. But he does hit. Twice. 23 reduced to 5. 16 reduced to 5. That is some lame damage. All right. Harsnog is also afraid. But he's got the rock attack. He can't move closer. Is he within 60? That's the real question. He is. So, oh, let me get rid of it. That's been there this whole time for no reason. All right, so he is within 60. Why can I not pull up the stats? Okay. Disadvantage. Please still hit. Nope. And the extra action brought in. No way. Morgana, I am so sorry. That was 2 nat 1s. That's wild. Oh, what a waste. All right. The Deva is up. We have 2 more extra actions remaining. The Deva is not frightened. Might as well get rid of them both. That's true. That's a valid way of looking at it. And I have 2 advantages now remaining that I haven't used yet. I'm just disappointed. Yeah, I know. I'm disappointed too. All right. That hits. That also hits. All right. We can use that. $29 reduced to 26. That's fine. 26 reduced to 21. That's fine. Now we have another extra action. Normal attacks this time. Yikes. All right, that one hits. Not a wasted extra action this time, Morgana. Hopefully lots of damage. Yeah, there we go. That's a good one. Sorry. And we have You're down to no advantages here. Okay. That's the Deva's turn. It's now the Red Abishai's turn. And the Red Abishai is going to... Okay, so since the Shadow Blade's on top of the Red Abishai, the Red Abishai is going to try to shake off the Drow Shadow Blade. So it's simply going to fly, and I'm going to make it a DC 15 Dex saving throw for the Shadow Blade to hold on. Well, actually, he's going to do 2 attacks first against the Shadow Blade as he's fighting it. So, that hits with hella damage. 54 to the Shadow Blade. And then 1 claw attack. Difficult to attack someone on your back. That is true. That is true. As he like appears up on him, he's trying to like grab him and bring him around. But that's the thing. He's not like the Drow Shadow Blade didn't really get it. So what I imagine is that the Drow Shadow Blade kind of landed on his back, on his feet, up in the air, and then like stabbed a few times. He didn't like grab onto him. So I see the Red Abishai like barrel rolling around because the Shadow Blade never actually like grabbed, you know what I'm saying? There was no grapple there. So he turns around really quickly and goes to bite on and manages to do that and is going to claw him, which we'll see if he hits. He does not hit with the claw attack. And as he's kind of barrel rolling, he's going to fly up higher here. And the Drow Shadow Blade is going to attempt to hold on. So now we'll do the DC 15 Dex saving throw. Oh, yeah. And so as the Abishai flies up to 40 more feet, we'll go 80 feet high. The Deva will get an opportunity attack. He does hit there. 27 reduced to 24. That was a good hit. And so now the Shadow Blade will be 80 feet with him. I imagine now the Shadow Blade's like holding on and they're like even height now. So I'm gonna just put him next to him. Okay. The Shadow Blade is now up next. And so the Shadow Blade is essentially grappling him. And is going to Shadow Sword 3 times. Ooh, that's a miss. That hits. And this one also hits. All right, we apply and apply. And then Morgana with the final extra action. We're going to hit 3 more times. That's 2 hits. One more. Come on, give us one more. Oh, the nat 1. All right. Roll the damage. 25 to the Red Abishai. Oh, if only he had hit on that last one, it would have been enough. Stab, 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 stab. Oh, all right, all right. 32 damage. And as the Drow stabs into him and he sees that the Red Abishai is breathing heavily, he's likely punctured along. The Abishai is, it's labored flight trying to stay awake. The Drow Shadow is going to release sword in air, fall down 40 feet, and then is going to bonus action Shadow Step into the dim light next to the rock over here. That was a solid call, Dieter. All right. The War Priest is up. And the War Priest is going to use Holy Fire. Let's see if it's enough. It does save. Takes half damage. He has 8 HP. Oh, he has 1 HP in a dream. I accidentally gave the full 14. +1. Hey, I appreciate the follow, Morgana. Oh, the super chat. That's the same sound as the follow. Super chat, Morgana, coming in with... Let me read the super chat here. 5 more extra actions. Ladies and gentlemen. I wanna rock. Let's go. Morgana coming in clutch. And with that, the War Priest will do 1 more. And no matter what the Red Abishai does, it will die. So, ladies and gentlemen, the War Priest from down below, sending up 2 holy fires, thanks to Morgana, puts the Red Abishai at 0, putting in another 220 gold pieces. Holy cow. Wait. No, that's a CR 19. I see what I'm confusing it at. That's his AC is 22. Another 190, which would be 56, 65. Holy cow. Okay. Oops. All right. The Red Abishai is gone. We roll a d6. Oh, that's a CR 24 monster. Will we beat a CR 24 in the next 27 minutes? Let's find out. Ooh. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think... Oh, what are we gonna do? He's only at 24 because he's got the... I'm not gonna bring him in because he's only at 24 because of the regionals. So... yeah, we're going to bring in... You know what? We're just going to bring in a classic. We're going to bring in a classic. Hold on. I'm pulling it up. From the center of the playfield, an ancient red dragon enters the battlefield. All right. So we go to the dragon's turn first. Dieter says, oh crap. All right. So the dragon... let's see. How does he want to do this? The dragon is going to fly over towards the fiery cauldron and land. And then, as it does so, it is going to use its fiery breath weapon at sort of a heightened angle to be able to hit everybody in this direction. Because F everyone in this general vicinity. All right. So they all need to make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. The likelihood of succeeding is very minimal. Oh, no. Oh, no. 90 points of damage to the selected. That is enough to take out the War Priest. Oh! Can I undo? Will that work? I can. The War Priest, the Shadow Blade, the Deva. You said DC 14, right? It was a DC 24. All right, so the Deva is the only one that's alive after that. I didn't realize how much AC the Deva had. That's wild. And I need to add the Deva back in because I accidentally deleted. All right. So then after him is the Deva. The Deva's going to fly over to the dragon that's now at ground level. And is going to Holy Mace this thing. Normal attacks. Not hitting with that. Nat 20 though, which could be a problem. We do get extra actions. This will be the second set of extra actions that Morgana sent. All right, but I need to roll a D8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will hit no one as it's this necrotic totem down there. And then Morgana bringing in the extra actions. Neither of those hits. Brutal. All right. Before we get to the Eladrin, we do have legendary actions. And he's going to use Pounce.
Here, have this.
Thank you. All right, so he's going to make a
Have this.
rend attack. 2 more extra actions. Needed that. 34 damage to the Deva. All right, and then it is the Summer Eladrin's turn, who's no longer frightened. And he's going to go 5, 10, 15. He's going to aim at the dragon. And he gets 2 longbow attacks. I should have used extra actions maybe, but not extra attacks. But I'm going to save that for Harsnog, who can actually do some damage here. Neither of those hits. Up next is Harsnog. But before Harsnog, we do get another rend attack as another legendary action. Which will likely hit. Nat 1, baby! Woo! Okay. All right, that helps. Harsnog is going to go 5, 10, 15. He's no longer frightened. So let me take that off. So he is going to use Gert's Great Axe, which is going to be massive here. He is going to get advantage on 2 of them because now we have 2 advantage rolls, and we have an extra action. All 2-handed. So this could be huge. Or he could roll like absolute garbage with advantage. Wow. Okay, there you go. That one hits. Take off his head. I'm trying. All right, 45 damage. Extra action. I'm rolling these, ladies and gentlemen. Let's switch over to...
Scam sponsored by Baron of Dice.
I dropped the dice again. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is proudly sponsored. Thank you, Dieter. We have at least one advantage roll now. Proudly sponsored by Baron of Dice.
Have this.
If you need some TTRPG dice or some wargaming dice, that's where they specialize. Check out Baron of Dice over on their website, baronofdice.com. And you can use code MASH. It lasts for 1 week. you can use code MASH to get 15% off and get super cool dice, such as my rubber ducky dice here and my beer dice, which you can see have the beer logo on the Nat 20 side. But they have a lot of other really, really cool dice, gemstone dice, you name it, they've got them. Go check them out. Here we go. Dieter sent in 2 advantage rolls. Come on, baby. We have an 8 and a 6. So the 8 plus 11 is a 19 to hit. That will not do it. We're going to try one more time with the beer dice and the rubber ducky dice. Come on, dice cam. That 18 is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Check out Baron of Dice. Go buy some new dice. 15% off using my code MASH.
Make sure to check out Baron of Dice.
All right. I don't know if we have the DMG output to overcome his mass. Yeah. Oh, the damage DMG. I thought Dungeon Master Guide. All right. So we do get to hit here. 45 additional damage. Okay. Up next is the dragon, but he gets one more rend attack against the Deva. And that will hit. I think this might be the end of the Deva, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. 35. Oh, he's good. He's got 24 HP in a dream. But that was only one rend attack. He gets 3. That will hit. That will likely be the end of the Deva. Yep. Okay. We are now down another hero. We have 2 heroes remaining. He will use his 3rd and final rend attack against Harshnag. I forgot to roll to see if he got his breath weapon back. And he did. So next time, that could be a problem. But he missed on a nat 1 against Harshnag, which is huge. Oh, that was the first 2 of his rend attacks. There we go. The other one was the legendary. So he gets 1 more rend attack. He does hit there. 30 damage to Harshnag. That's the end of his turn. It's the Summer Eladrin's turn, who's going to get 2 more shots. I'm not wasting your final extra action, Morgana, on the Summer Eladrin. I'm just not doing it. Hits on an 8. Ouch. Yeah, for real. Hey, there we go. There's a little bit more damage. 14 reduced to 9. Harshnag's turn, but before that, the dragon gets a rend attack as a legendary action. 24. All right. One more final set of actions for Harshnag, most likely. No advantages to use, but 4 attacks. Here we go. Double fisting. Yeah! He is going right at the dragon's throat. I got something in my eye. Oh!
This.
Extra action coming in hot from Dieter. We're going to use it. I mean, not extra action. Advantage roll.
Have this.
And another. We hit there. Dieter, you're the only reason we're hitting right now. Yes, that's 2 hits.
Here. Have this.
There we go. And we have a like from the YouTube. We have a like on YouTube. So that's enough. Come on, we need a nat 20 here. He just hit on that one. Oh, that should have been a nat 20, but it wasn't. Wow. We've actually been doing some pretty solid damage with Harshnag here. All right. He's going to get another rend attack as a legendary action. 28. Does hit. Apply to Harsnog. Up next is the dragon once again. All right. He is going to... He's just going to use his rend attacks. I think he can take out Harsnog here. Not with a 3, though. With 2 18s. Let's see what happens. $36 and 32. Harsnog has 16 HP in a dream. Oh no. Oh no. All right, 2 longbow attacks. You know what I just noticed? Has anybody seen Widget in Discord? I feel like... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I saw him on April 30th. I don't know why. I just thought about that. Okay, he pulled on the 4th. Okay. Yeah, Summer Eladrin missed both. But now, before Harsnog's turn, this needs to be the biggest nat 1 of all time. Nope. Nope. That gets another round, but yeah. Yep. That'll do it. Harsnog goes down. And now, the Ancient Red Dragon is going to move over and is going to use its rend attacks against the Eladrin. Discord has been a bit quieter than normal lately. Yeah, I'll explain a little bit here momentarily after this battle. Because I myself have been a little quiet. 1, 2, 3. I think this is gonna be enough. Normal, normal, and normal. 34 reduced to 23, though. Oh, wrong person. I'm not even gonna fix it, honestly. All right, it's the Eladrin's turn. Who's going to honestly just charge. Longsword. Oh, I did advantage by accident. But he misses anyway. No need to worry about it. So he missed both of his attacks, which was super lame. And he basically gets 4 rend attacks now. Yeah, that's gonna be enough of it. Oh boy. Oh boy, this dragon's just obliterating. Oh my god. And that will... Oh, he had 4, but I only applied 3 of the damages. I needed to do 1 more. There it is. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Gauntlet. Let me switch over here. I'm not going to pull up the timer because I think that it might be a mood. I don't know, something point. Not bad. It was fine. Those last 2 D6 rolls too. The CR up hurt. Yeah. But if they were ones, though, we would have definitely gotten more gold and made it through the whole team, I think. I'll be honest, this worked better than I thought it would. Like the fact that we got down to the last 10 minutes, ending on a CR 24 dragon, that worked better than I thought it would. And realistically, if one of the epic or legendary allies had come in, it becomes kind of a Titan fight at that point and stands a chance. So I won't say that made it unattainable. It all depends on how things are working. But yeah, that was kind of cool. I liked it. So maybe I'll alternate weeks with guests and maybe do something like this. It was hard because we couldn't do the stickers. Yeah, I know. I am going to work on fixing that. Yeah, there's just been so much going on, which I will actually get to that now. A little bit of a life update for myself. I have a lot of fun stuff going on behind the scenes. I have one thing I'm really, really excited to show you guys. I just haven't had the time to like put it together for you guys. So once I do that, I'm very excited for that. This Foundry card will be in. I'm going to send the image tonight to Brian. So we'll have that Foundry one officially in. And I got to reach out to George. I forgot to send the image for the Baron of Dice one. So I'm going to send that to Brian as well. So in the next few days, hopefully, I know his daughter's birthday is this weekend. In the next few days, hopefully, we will have the new, yes, we are getting a Baron of Dice card. Yep. And it looks pretty sweet. So we'll have both of those in there now. As soon as Brian gets a chance, I know he's working with that birthday stuff. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can't. I finally got a stream deck, but I've been so busy, I haven't been able to set up the stream deck. I've had the stream deck down here for 2 weeks now and haven't been able to do anything with it. So once I get that set up, that'll hopefully help with shifting all the stuff around and changing voices and all that. So that'll be really fun too. Very excited about that. So a lot of really cool things happening behind the scenes. But the reason I'm so behind on all of the things there is because I had a little bit of a shocker life-wise. So I had it'll be a little bit of, I guess, TMI, but I'm not saying anything too personal or gross, I promise. I had a pain in my side back in September, and I went and got it checked out. It was around my ribs, and they couldn't see anything. They did an x-ray. They couldn't see anything. So they said that they thought it was just inflammation of the cartilage around the ribs. So I let it go for a while, and about a month and a half ago now, I saw there was a bump in that area. So I finally, as an adult, went and got a personal health care physician. I haven't had one ever. I just used whatever the urgent care is close by. So I finally got a personal health care physician. I went and had them look at it, and we could see it. I had an ultrasound scheduled, and they couldn't find anything. So they're also thinking that it's just some kind of inflammation. But at the same time, when you get a personal health care physician, you get blood work done. And so they ask you your standard questions, and they were like, hey, have you had any heart palpitations or anything like that? And I told them no, but I have had some, I feel like I have miniature panic attacks every once in a while when I'm sleeping, going to bed. And I attribute that to stress more than anything, but I know that those can coincide kind of with heart attack stuff sometimes. So I just brought that up. I told him that. Because of that, he added a few more things to the blood work test that were genetic ones that are not normal in blood work tests. You actually have to ask for them to be done. And they called me 2 days later, and they said that I had a cholesterol thing that they wanted to bring me in to talk about. So they brought me in that day. I went and I talked to them about it, and it turns out I have a genetic thing that is elevated lipoprotein. And lipoprotein is it acts the same way that cholesterol does. It is not cholesterol, but it acts the same way that cholesterol does, where it adds plaque to the arteries, and it causes you to be a high risk for heart disease, strokes, heart attacks, stuff like that. So they say that I have that now. And the problem is, because it's genetic, it is not anything to do with my diet or exercise, and there is nothing that I can do to reduce it. Theoretically, you want to have a level of 0. You want to have less than 50. That's like a reasonable number. My number was at 145, whatever that number means. And so that genetic testing is wonderful. I had it done to myself. Yeah, I'm really glad that I did it because at least now I know. You only ever get it done once because your levels don't change ever. So I opted to have a CAT scan of my heart. It was called a calcium score, where they will actually put your, let me go full face for this whilst I talk here. Okay, there you go. So I opted to get a calcium score of my heart, which is where they look at the state of your heart and see what kind of calcification, plaque buildup has occurred at the time. And so they did that, and they said that a worrisome level for men is 2,000, whatever the number is. The worrisome number for women is 1,400, and I was at 0. So that's a good sign. Currently, I have 0 calcification in my heart, which is good. It doesn't mean that there isn't any kind of buildup. It just means that it hasn't calcified yet. So that's a good sign. And then the one thing that I'm doing, Brandon out here falling for the add extra protein to everything trend. Right? So, so now I have to be on a very strong Mediterranean diet because they said that cholesterol compounds pretty heavily with high lipoprotein. And so your cholesterol adds plaque to your arteries. This genetic disorder, I'll say, adds plaque to the arteries, and collectively they build up in the arteries faster. So since we can't change the genetic one, we need to drastically reduce the cholesterol. My cholesterol levels were on the upper end of normal. I was perfectly fine in cholesterol. He said if I didn't have the high lipoprotein, we wouldn't even be talking about my cholesterol. But since I have the high lipoprotein, we want to reduce the cholesterol levels to below average levels. So they put me on cholesterol medicine. They put me on a statin. I haven't taken it yet. I'm going back in 6 weeks. And what I would like to do is see how much it changes if I adjust my diet drastically. And I've been walking and riding my bike every day, making sure I get that exercise in. So I am actively trying to change it without the medications. Taking medications just always been weird to me. I try not to if I can. I mean, I'll take Advil like no other, though. God, I love Advil. So yeah, that was a really big shock when it happened. I got with my family. We talked a little bit. I talked to my family and had them get tested. And I won't talk about their test results. That's up to them. But I did have them get tested. And so while I'm talking about this, I will say to the community that's watching, apparently 1 in 5 people do have this high lipoprotein, this elevated lipoprotein, but it's not tested unless asked for specifically. So anytime you get blood work done, you can ask for it, but they won't do it unless you ask for it, unless your physician asks for it, which luckily mine did. Casper says, unsolicited advice, add psyllium husk before your biggest meet of the day. That single-handedly dropped my partners by 37 points. Wow. But also take your meds, dude. We love you. Sometimes meds are just what you need. Yeah, so I am not against taking them completely. Like I will, if I go back in 6 weeks and I have not been able to reduce my cholesterol levels, I will absolutely start taking them because it's definitely worth it. I would just like to see within the 6 weeks, what do my levels look like after. So I cut out soda, back in September. I cut out soda and candy and I only drink water. So that was a huge change. Since I got this news, I have only been eating fish, and I have only been eating the vegetables and the fruits that they tell you to eat. I've been eating bland oatmeal in the morning. I've been eating lots of oat stuff. Basically, all this stuff I want nothing to do with because boy, do I love fast food. Boy, do I love greasy burgers. You name it. If it's bad for you, I love it. So yeah, I've just been eating wildly healthy and doing a lot of other stuff. So I'm going to test it, see where it takes me. But I do want to bring this up so that way I can tell everybody that, again, they say 1 in 5 people has this. Most people don't know that they have it because you don't think to get tested for it. Knowing does not give you an alternative to fix it, but it does allow you to at least know that it's happening, so you can maybe make some lifestyle changes elsewhere to offset it. I'll leave it at that. No, I get it. I'm like that with my diabetes. No meds until my body tells me I can't do it without them. Yeah, like I have nothing against medications. I think they're wonderful. I'm not an anti-med guy. If there's a way for me to do it without taking it, I would love to do that. If you have to take a medication, statins are nothing nowadays. Almost everybody over 40 gets them routinely as a standard course. Yeah, I'm noticing that as I talk about this story a little bit more with people. We're cheering for you even if we're on the other team. Yep. I'll take that. Hey, you can still root against me in the midweek monster mash. That's fine. So yeah, that was a really big life update for me. It kind of took me by storm. I took a lot of my focus away from social media and streaming and all that, and spent a lot of focus figuring out what my life would look like, worrying about this stuff now. But they did say that this is not something that would really cause a big issue for like another 20 to 30 years, but it will be an issue in like 20 to 30 years. So we would like to reduce that risk and that issue by starting with things now. So I'm okay. I'm here. I'm hanging out, and I'm still working on this stuff. I'm just a few weeks behind now because my life turned upside down a little bit. So, yeah, I'm still here. I'm going to be a bit more active. My son's birthday weekend is over now. So I am in the clear, I think, for the next few weeks to catch up on a lot of stuff. I have some videos I want to put out on the cool dice that Baron of Dice have given me. So hopefully tomorrow night I will put out those shorts. And like I said, I have something else behind the scenes that I can't wait to get to. So look out for that stuff. Watch out for each other. Get a personal healthcare physician. I'm very glad that I did it. Like investing a little effort now makes a big difference down the road. Exactly. I'm hoping to, be able to. My goal, I want to see my kids get married. You know, that's what everybody wants to see. You want to see your kids grow up, get married. Them and my wife were the biggest things I thought about when the doctor gave me the news. I was home by myself afterwards, and I just kind of laid on the couch for a while and just thought, and boy, does it suck getting into your head and thinking about all the worst case scenarios about everything. But I've had time to mull it over. I'm okay. I am mentally okay. I am physically okay. And I tend to be as positive as possible in every situation. So I know that I am fine. And there's a lot of people that are dealing with way worse than I am. And my heart goes out to those people because I am lucky. So, and I know that. Your life got flipped turned upside down. Sit right there. I'll tell you about the Prince of, which, by the way, I live in a place called Bel Air, which is really funny. So funny that you sang that one. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Love all you guys. Happy to be here. Happy to know everybody. I want to look out for everyone in the community as best as I can. Obviously, we know times can be scary. We've dealt with that recently. So look out for everybody. If you don't see somebody in the Discord after a little while, maybe reach out to them. Make sure everything's okay. You guys know the community as good as I do. Side note, are the sponsor card odds getting changed again now that we have more than one? Technically, yes, they change. The only thing that changes is your odds of getting a specific sponsor card. Your odds of getting a sponsor card are the same, but now you have 3 that will get randomly generated, one of the 3. So your odds of getting a specific one have changed. But your odds of getting a sponsor card are still 1 in, what was it, 133 packs, I think? So not drawing a winner today. Morgana, what are we talking about? Drawing a winner for. I'll make sure that I'm on the right thing. Oh, so let's see. What did we ended with 650 gold pieces. All right. Code Gauntlet. Okay. I may have. I will ask Brian what the odds are right now. I think you're right. Oh, Morgana, we drew it early on in the stream. It was before you got here. George won. a guy named George who signed up for the newsletter won, followed by Nick Hill, and then a friend of mine, actually, his name's Jeremy. He was the backup. So we have 2 backups, but a guy named George over on the newsletter won. So congrats to George. The promo has been added. The promo is Gauntlet. The promo is Gauntlet. I am only going to say it here at the end of the video. The promo is Gauntlet. And I'm going to let everyone know in the Discord if they want to add in the promo, they got to come here and find the promo at the end of the video. So at least maybe I get another view out of the video. So the promo is Gauntlet. You got to be here to get it because I feel like these numbers are going to be pretty big. So 650 gold pieces. Go type in promo code Gauntlet. Is it ready to use now or wait until tomorrow? Nope, you're good. It's in there. I just added it. Congrats to George. And shout out everybody. I will see you over in the Discord. I'm hoping to have over the next few weeks a lot of fun stuff come out. So I will catch you guys over the Discord. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for a fun night. Morgana, thank you so much for the donations. And I will add that to the pinball meter there. You guys have a wonderful night. I'll catch you later.